diverse group of transgender women in preparation for creating this piece. Her idea to transform this wide range of experiences into a Greek chorus was an elegant way to give many voices a feeling of one voice united. Punishing the feminine was one overarching theme of the interviews, and this can take many forms. Some women in the transgender community face violence from a very early age because they are so feminine or because they show inappropriate interests in things considered feminine. For others, the violence comes later because they are not feminine enough. Those who do not pass gender muster often get pushed to the fringes of society, especially their youngest and most vulnerable. Yet they stay true to their hearts, despite every attempt to break their spirits. This monologue moves from childhood through adversity and into the maturity, wisdom, and joy of affirming who they are. Women who face a difficult road just to claim that name. In the end, they endure, they survive, and they share in the pride of expressing femininity with all women in one voice united.
At 5 years old, I was putting my baby sister's diaper on. I saw her vagina. I wanted one. I wanted one. I thought it would grow.
I thought it would open. I ached to belong. I ached to smell like my mother. Her sweet aroma lived in my hair, on my hands, in my skin. I ached to be pretty. Pretty.
I wondered why I was missing my bathing suits at top at the beach. Why I wasn't dressed like the other girls. I ached to be complete. I ached to belong, to twirl the baton.
They assigned me a sex the day I was born. It's as random as being adopted or being assigned a hotel room on the 30th floor. It has nothing to do with who you are or your fear of heights. But in spite of the apparatus I was forced to carry around, I always knew I was a girl.
They beat me for it. They beat me for crying. They pummeled me for wanting.
To touch, to pet,
To hug.
to help,
To hold their hands.
For trying to fly and jerk like Sister Betrayal.
For doing cartwheels.
Crocheting socks.
for carrying purses to kindergarten.
They kicked the shit out of me every day on their way to school.
In the park. They smashed my magic marker painted nails.
They punched my lipsticked mouth.
They beat the girl out of my boy.
Or they tried.
So I went underground. I stopped playing food.
Be a man. Stand up for yourself. Go punch him back.
I grew a full beard.
It was good I was big.
I joined the Marines. Suck it up and drive on.
I became duller.
Jaded.
Sometimes cruel.
Butch it.
Butch it. Butch it up.
Always clenched, inaccurate, incomplete.
I ran away from home.
From school.
From boot camp.
Ran to Miami.
Greenwich Village.
Aleutian Islands.
New Orleans.
I found gay people.
Wilderness lesbians.
Got my first hormone shot. Got permission to be myself.
To transition. To travel. To immigrate. 350 hours of hot needles. I would count the male particles as they died. 16 man hairs gone.
The feminine is in your face. I lift my eyebrows more. I'm curious. I ask questions.
And my voice. Practice. Practice. It's all about resonance. Sing song, sing song. Men are monotone and flat. Southern accents are really excellent. Jewish accents really help. Hello, my friend.
And my vagina is so much friendlier. I cherish it. It brings me joy.
The orgasms come in waves. They used to be jerky.
I'm your girl next door.
My lieutenant colonel father ended up paying for it. My vagina.
My mother worried what people would think of her, that she made this happen. Until I came to church, and everyone said, "You have a beautiful daughter."
I got to be soft. I am allowed to listen. I am allowed to touch. I am able to receive.
To be in the present tense.
People are so much nicer to me now.
I can wake up in the morning, put my hair in a ponytail.
Wrong was righted.
I am right with God.
It's like when you're trying to sleep, and there's a loud car alarm. When I finally got my vagina, it was like someone turned it off.
I live now in the female zone. But you know how people feel about immigrants. They don't like it when you come from someplace else. They don't like it when you mix. They killed my boyfriend. They beat him insanely as he slept. They didn't want him falling in love with ambiguity.